honour to have you here. Can you give him a round of applause?
Woo! I'm really short, so I'm going to stand up here. So hopefully everyone can see me. Do I even need this, I wonder? Can you all hear me without this?
Yes.
Yeah? Come on closer. Come on up front. No? Okay, so, first of all, my name is Anthony. If you haven't heard of me, I was in Starbucks this morning, and the girl behind the counter, I ordered a coffee, and I got an extra shot. And she said to me, "Oh, did you go late night?" And so I didn't answer the question, but I thought to myself that, no, I didn't have late night, by the way. I thought to myself, why didn't I have late night? So I'm 28 years old, I was home on Saturday night on my own, watching TV, reading a book. I would like, if anyone to do it, I'll take a girlfriend if anyone wants to do that out there. But I was at home on my own Saturday night, and that does not bother me, right? And here's why it doesn't bother me, because I know what I want from my life, I know what I want going forward for me, and I know that if I go out and get drunk, I'll be tired the next day, I'll be lethargic the next day, I'll be disinterested in what I want to do. So for that reason, I'd rather stay at home and be able to get up early and get on with my day and hang out with my friends during the day rather than late at night, right? And you're probably thinking, what the hell is that got to do with health and fitness? We're not going to talk about health and fitness, we're going to talk about something that's important, I think. How many, chances are a lot of you guys do things, and me included, we do things that don't make us happy, right? We do things that they don't inspire us, we do things that just, they kind of take away from our lives, right? And ultimately, if we want to be healthy, we want to be fit, we want to be energetic, we want to have good work lives, relationships, whatever, we need to be happy. So yesterday, or the other day, excuse me, I went through a bunch of the forms that people fill out when they come into our gym. So people come into our gym, they fill out a health questionnaire, basically, and they also answer a bunch of questions for us about basically why they're trying to do this, okay? So we're going to read these out to you, okay? And chances are some of you will resonate with them. If you do resonate with them, just listen, okay? These are a bit scary, okay? And this will all make sense in a second once I get through, okay? So number one is, so when I look at photos, I hate it and I'm ashamed. I haven't had sex with my husband in months and it makes me feel incomplete. I look like Jabba the Hutt, that's a Star Wars character. I used to be so happy, outgoing and bubbly, but I'm ashamed, embarrassed and horrified at how I look now. I look at myself in the mirror and cry almost daily. My parents tell me that I am fat every day. I always have something bad to say, and always have something bad to say about me. I feel like I'm a disappointment to anyone who sees me. I hate looking at myself in pictures. I'm embarrassed to go to the gym and even in public sometimes. I'm the fat mom. Alright, we'll have to. So these are scary, right? For some of you, yeah? Yes? Okay. I get mad at friends and family when they post pictures of me on social media. I exist, yes, but no longer live. I look like a beached whale. This isn't me. I am miserable on the inside, fat and nasty. I think I look chubby and old. When I go to the shop, I come back home crying with empty hands. I broke up with my current boyfriend at 2 years because I felt different and started feeling uncomfortable. I woke up every morning for the past 10 years wanting to lose weight, and each night I went to bed with more on my hips. I'm sick and tired of feeling like this. I know I look awful and old. I look and feel like I won't repeat that, it was a bit much. The spark's gone from my eyes, and I don't see myself as sexy anymore. So, those were not good, right?
No.
Yeah, raise your hands if you think those were not good. Yeah? Excellent. So chances are, one of you, if not all of you, those might be extreme for some, but at some point in your life, you have been uncomfortable or unhappy with something, right? We all have some sort of emotion like that, okay? And why that's important is because most of us will say, hey, I want to lose weight, so I want to get fit, who here has joined a gym to lose weight before? Come on, it's more than that, right? Yeah, I know it's more than that. So if you've joined a gym to lose weight, and chances are you might have lost weight and stopped, or you might have lost weight and gained it back, or you might have lost weight and gained even more back, right? So basically you just gave up. And I think there's an underlying reason for that. Like it's very, very, very easy for us to say, I want to lose 10 pounds or 20 pounds or 30 pounds or whatever. And it's very, very easy for us to say that I want to join a gym and get fit and get healthy. But there has to be something else that's stopping us from succeeding. There has to be something else that's stopping us from really achieving, that body or that fitness or the look and the confidence that we want, right? And because there are people like me on every single corner of the city. We're everywhere, right? But yet we're more overweight and more unhappy than ever before. Why is that? Right? This is it is. It's good. So why is that, right? If we're everywhere, health and fitness programs are everywhere, there has to be something that's missing. And I believe there's 3 pillars that we try to instill in our clients, in myself, and that I think everybody needs to, in some way, instill in their own lives to be it get fit, get healthy, enjoy their job more, grow their business more, make more money, whatever, right? These 3 things I think are relevant to every one of us, right? So the first one is we need to have a big enough why. So what the hell is a why? So basically, if I tell myself, I'm going to use myself as an example actually, in fact. If I tell myself I want to lose 10 pounds, right? And I did in fact recently, I was 88 kilos, and when I was playing sport I was about 78 kilos. Now first of all, when you're probably looking, he doesn't need to lose weight, remember that what I want to look like is not what you want to look like. We're different people, we've got different goals and different ambitions, right? So I wanted to lose and get down to 78 kilos and then reevaluate my body from there. Okay? And that's fine. I can tell myself I want to lose 10 kilos, but it's not going to last, and it hasn't lasted in the past. I need to identify my why. I need to identify a reason that's going to push me forward when life gets in the way. I need to identify a reason that's going to push me forward when I'm just disinterested. My kids are screaming at me. I don't have kids. My kids are screaming at me. When I'm at a job that my boss is screaming at me. I'm arguing with my partner. Whatever. Right? I need to have a real reason why to push me forward when things get difficult. Okay? So, in my case, when I was a kid, I was called, my surname is Beatty, by the way, so when I was a kid, I was called Meaty Beatty. It was a fun chant, but for me it wasn't, right? So for me, I don't want to hear that anymore. And when I gain weight, that's all you hear in your head. So I've got a reason to kind of push me forward. Also for my business, I become inauthentic when I'm not fit and looking the part, basically, right? And I think there's too many fitness people who don't look the part anymore, which is a shame. So your why can be this. Here's how you identify your why, in fact. It's, I want to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, whatever that number is for you. Fantastic. Now ask why. Why is it important to you? So let's just say I want to lose 10 pounds. Why is that important? Because I don't look good in my jeans anymore, right? Why is that important to you? Well, I feel like people are judging me when I walk on the street, or I feel like people are judging me when I walk into a coffee shop or at work or something like that. Fantastic. Why does that matter to you? Well, because I don't want to go to any social or formal events because I'm so self-conscious about what people will think of me, right? And these are true, and a lot of people have said this to me. Why does that matter? What's missing from your life because of that? Well, I've got no deep, meaningful relationships with my friends, my family, my co-workers anymore because I can't socialize with them, right? And why does that matter? Oh, well, because I want to be happy and I'm not happy. Ultimately, it's always going to boil down to happiness, in my opinion. So that's how you identify your why. You just keep reverse engineering it. Ask yourself why 4, 5, 6 times, and you will get the real reason why you're trying to do anything. Whether it's lose weight, grow a business, get fit, whatever it is you're trying to do. Ask why 4, 5, 6, 7 times, you will get the real answer. Okay? And I think that's so important. And something that we're all kind of missing, or a lot of people, are missing in terms of, when they're trying to get fit, when they're trying to get healthy. They forget, they forget their why. Okay? Or they don't even have a why in the first place. Okay, I'll give you an example of a client. Her why, this is part of her, not her full reason, but someone said something. She was on a train in Lewis in Dublin, in fact, that's what it was. And she was standing, and there was an older lady. This lady was early 40s, and there was an older lady sitting on the train, and she offered my client her seat because my client looked so old and withered, right? That motivated her to find out why, start a fitness program. She's actually still with us. She looks sensational. They talked to her the other day about it. And that kind of gave her the kick, right? That gave her the motivation to find a reason, okay? And chances are something like that, or something similar has happened to you at some point. So that's the first thing. Second thing is motivation, right? Some people say to me, Andrew, you're so motivational. my job is not, I don't want to motivate anyone. Because I don't believe motivation it's just a feeling, right? So I can motivate you today to do whatever it is that you want to do, fantastic, but ultimately that feeling, that feel-good feeling that you have right now or have leaving the door today, leaving the building today, is going to disappear. It's going to disappear in 2, 3, 4 days or 2, 3, 4 weeks, right, when things get difficult. And then what happens? You give up, like you've done in the past, right? So what I think we need to do is, first of all, like I said, identify that why. Okay? Then, that's going to help us, once you've got that initial motivation to start, you can always go back to the why. Does that make sense? So you can always go back to, okay, why am I doing this? Why is this important to me? Why does this matter? Okay, and that's going to help to push you forward, every single time life gets difficult. Okay? And like, the things that will really, really, really help you once you've done that, like once you've got the initial motivation, it's creating the discipline, the structure, and the routine so that things succeed for you, or so that you succeed, right? So you basically want to create you want to put as little obstacles in the way of your success as possible, okay, no matter what you're trying to do, okay? So what is the path of least resistance? For fitness, the path of least resistance is creating the discipline, the structure, and the routine to succeed. Because, for example, if you don't prepare your food on a Sunday or a Wednesday or whatever way you prepare your food, you're probably going to get home from work tired, disinterested, and you're going to eat crap, right? Then the next day you're going to feel guilty, right? And you're going to stop. I'll start again next Monday, right? That circle just spirals out of control, right? I'll give you oh my God, this is just sparked something for me. Here's something that I realized recently. I want to lose 5 pounds, right? Correct me if any of you think this is wrong, please. I want to lose 5 pounds, right? I go on some sort of fad diet or a juice cleanse or whatever, right, to lose the 5 pounds. I feel good about myself because I've lost the 5 pounds, right? Somebody compliments me, says, oh, you look great, right? I'm feeling good because someone complimented me. I'm going to enjoy it and pig out tonight. And now all of a sudden that vicious cycle starts because I feel fatty. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So chances are a lot of you have went through that. And that's going to keep happening until you create the structure in your life where it can't happen anymore. Okay, so like, what can you do to make sure nothing gets in your way? Well, number one is take working out. Okay, it cannot be negotiable, right? So I kind of liken it to this. I feel like I will die before I go and work out, right? I'm not going to literally die, but it feels like that to me because I know the consequences of me not working out. Number one, I won't feel good. Number two, I won't be as productive in my business. Number three, I won't want to get out of bed because I'll be lethargic, right? And it's just going to spiral out of control. Number four, I'm going to gain weight and I'm going to have that easy beat thing in my head again. Does that make sense? Yeah? So, like, that's super, super, super important, like creating that structure, that routine. So with the workouts, like if you work out at 6 p.m. in the evening, I work out at 6 p.m. in the evening, that's it. It cannot be negotiable. I don't care if you've got to bring your kids someplace. Get someone else to do it or drop them off and get to the gym later. It cannot be negotiable. I'll go today, I won't go tomorrow. It can't be that way. Because if it is that way, you will stop, right? Because one day will turn to 2, and 2 days will turn to 3, and 3 days will turn to 4. And all of a sudden, you're back where you started. Unhappy, demotivated, disinterested, and all those things that we read out at the start, right? Next thing is what I want you to do is, and it's again, oh, by the way, all of this is not necessarily to do with like joining a gym, by the way. It's any area girl. So we need to, I'm going to draw a blank all of a sudden. Do you want to look at my book here? Yeah? That's embarrassing. The people you surround yourself with and the thoughts that occupy your mind are key. So if Jim Rohn, he's a motivational guy. He says you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. Okay, so for example, if I hang out with 5 millionaires, chances are I'm going to be 6th. If I hang out with 5 fit people, chances are I'm going to be 6th. If I hang out with 5 business owners, I'm going to be 6th. If I hang out with 5 unfaced people, I'm going to be 6th. 5 overweight people, I'm going to be 6th. You get my point?
Yeah.
Right? So like, audit your circle. Who are your friends? And look at them. Where are they? What are they, are they where you want to be? And if they're not, and they're not working towards it, okay, we need to look at our circle a little bit more. Okay, because I think like it can be difficult to, like limit your exposure to certain friends that you've had your entire life. But I think that like there's some, they played a role in your life at the beginning or wherever right now, but they don't have to stay in your life. They don't have to be your best friend anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you can still stay in touch, but find people who are on the same path as you or have already got what you want. Because they're the people who are going to force you to level up, because they're the people who can keep you accountable. So for example, if you hang out with someone who's 100 pounds overweight and doing nothing about it, okay? But you are also 100 pounds overweight and you want to do something about it, right? That person's going to always sabotage you because they don't want to see you make a positive change because they're afraid to do it themselves, right? So find someone who's on the journey, right, already lost 10, 20 pounds, or someone who's already at that place, and hang out with them. Because when you want to like pig out, you don't want to do something, you don't want to go to the gym, you're always going to have that person in your life, that friend, who is going to hold you accountable, right? But your friends right now, I'm not saying you're friends right now, but in the context of the conversation, those friends who don't want you to succeed, they're too afraid to do something themselves, they'll pull you back, they will hold you back. And we all have those crabs in our life, right? I call them crabs. There's a story, right, by the way, I got it from a mentor of mine, he was in Alaska. I'm sure it's the made-up story, but there was a bucket full of crabs. There was a crab fisherman, there was a bucket full of crabs, and one of the crabs was climbing up the bucket trying to escape. And my mentor was like, the fisherman, he was, hey, the crab's going to escape. He's like, no, watch this. All the other crabs reached up and pulled him down. Okay? Now, I'm sure the story's a little bit made up, but the point stands to all of us, right? I would be very shocked if any of us here didn't have someone in our life who pulled us down in some aspects, didn't want us to succeed, said you're okay the way you are, but you want better. You might be okay the way you are, but you want something different, right? What your reality and their reality are two different things, right? So that's why I think it's so important to find people who are like-minded, find people who are doing the same thing you're doing, and like success breeds success. It's no what's the word I'm looking for? Thank you very much. It's no coincidence that 5 fit people hang out with 5 fit people. 5 rich people hang out with 5 rich people. There's no coincidence, right? It's just the way it is, right? And the thoughts that occupy your mind that are similar. The thoughts that occupy your mind are always going to come from the people you surround yourself with the most. So if I surround myself with 5 naysayers, I'm going to be a 6th naysayer, right? 5 crabs, I'll be the 6th crab, right? 5 positive go-getters, I'll be the 6th positive go-getter, okay? How do we, like, and I know it can be difficult at times. Sometimes as a family, right? It can be very difficult with our family. What I did personally was, my car is a university on wheels. So what does that mean? Unless I'm going to work out, there's no music on my car. It's like always something, like a podcast to learn something, or like a CD, a Tony Robbins CD, some sort of CD to like help me to grow and get better at whatever area I'm trying to improve, okay? I know some people are like, I want to relax and listen to the radio. You can listen to the radio all you want, but I'm going to give you another example. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. and my alarm clock is on the hour, right, so it's news time. And I kid you not, every single day, the headline story was a murder, a rape, a suicide, a drug overdose, something crap, right? And there's nothing you can do about it. That's going to affect your subconscious mind. Your mind is a sponge. It's going to suck that in, okay? So what I did was I started waking up 10 minutes earlier, so I missed the news. So like, things like that, they will affect you whether you realize it or not, okay? So people you surround yourself with, thoughts that occupy your mind. And the last one is reminding yourself every day. So what I would like you to do, no matter what it is that you're trying to achieve, first of all, you've got to write it down, make it real. Okay, so you're writing your notebook. This is actually my notebook. I write things down, what I want to achieve. Okay, I write down the deadline date, for the date I want that outcome to achieve by. Okay, how I'm going to go about achieving it. Okay, and once I've done that, every single night, I read this before I go to bed. Every single night. Why? Because again, it comes back to the thoughts that occupy your mind. That's in my head now. I know that tomorrow morning, when my alarm goes off, and I don't want to get up. This is here. It's already in my mind, so I read it before I went to bed. And if it's not, I can just pick it up and read it, and that's going to get me up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's sort of it. And here's one more quick tip before I finish up. Let's just take weight loss. If you have a lot of weight to lose, or you have a way to achieve where you think, I just can't do this. This is how the hell am I going to lose 50 pounds? Okay? Or how am I going to lose 60 pounds? Because if you tell me, like if I say I want to lose 60 pounds, it's too big. It's just like saying I want to make €1,000,000 this year. It's too big. How the hell am I going to do it? So what if we reverse engineer that? So take 60 pounds. 60 pounds is probably realistic to do that in 12 months. Okay, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but it probably will happen in 12 months. So 12 months, 60 pounds, what's that, £5 a month? Yeah? Does that all of a sudden sound a little more achievable? Yeah, you can do the same thing with money, by the way. I want to make $1,000,000, break it down, it's 83,000 a month. 83,333 actually. Yeah, I've done it before. Reverse engineer, but a month is still £5? Okay, let's break it down even more. £5, 4 weeks in a month, that's £1.25 a week. Right? If you did nothing else but cut out 1 bar of chocolate, chances are you lose £1.25 a week. Right? Does that make sense? Yeah? Yes, Sandra, it does. It's like £60 all of a sudden now is only 1.25. It's very achievable. It's something you know now you can do it. Right? And even if this week you don't lose 1.25 pounds, so what? Next week you're going to lose 2.5. That's also very achievable. Right? So I think, like, break down what you want to make it as small as possible so that, like we talked about the path of least resistance, right? Make it as small as possible so that you can achieve it, right? Who here, can I just ask, so we come off topic of weight loss, just one question. Who here owns a business? A few of us. Cool, fantastic. Fantastic, let's just say you start a business today and I want to make 100K this year, right? That's 8,333 a month. All of a sudden that 100K is really small. You know what I mean? Now, what's your price points? Well, how many customers do you need? How many customers do I need? It's 50 customers, whatever it is. Cool, how am I going to get 50 customers every month? I need X amount of customers a week. I need X amount of customers a day. I need to make X amount of calls so that I get those customers. Right? All of a sudden, your 100,000 goal is tiny. Very achievable. And because our brain, like your brain does not want you to succeed. Your brain is designed to do 2 things. Number 1 is spread your seed. That's all it wants to do. And number 2 is keep you safe. Right? When you get out of your comfort, getting out of your comfort zone is difficult. Your brain does not want you to do it. But ultimately, we all know there's nothing good happens in our life to do get out of our comfort zone. Alright? So, to make it easier to get out of your comfort zone, if you reverse engineer our goals, make them as small as possible, so that now your brain doesn't think, oh, I can do that, it's not a big deal. It's not a big task for me, it's not a big challenge for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's all I want to do. So like those are like your 3 pillars, I think, that will help you to achieve any area of your life. It work for me, it work for my clients. And by the way, I want to like end this by saying I don't think in any way, shape, or form that I am perfect, that I should be like lecturing you, but I have found that this works for me and my clients. Right? That's the only reason I would ever say it. Yeah. So, what I would like to do, first of all, is if you found that any way helpful at all, I would love if you could like tag me on Facebook and say that was useful or whatever. Let me know. Other than that, if you've got any questions, I'm happy to take them. Yeah, that's it.